Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc didn't exactly blow minds at the Japanese Grand Prix with some insane overtake or a neck-and-neck photo finish on the podium. No. This time, it was their mouths, not their lap times, that left the paddock wide-eyed and whispering. While the world expected Ferrari to come out swinging, what we got instead was a radio soap opera straight out of a telenovela with engine noises. Their SF-25 was about as helpful as a chocolate teapot. Strategy flew out the damn window. And the drivers? Oh, they snapped, on air, live and loud. Both drivers jumped on the team radio with a kind of raw, unfiltered frustration that screams, "What the hell is going on here?" And honestly, same. Hamilton sounded like a man begging for a damn roadmap in the middle of a foggy maze, while Charles practically slapped his engineers with his voice. Not physically, of course, but emotionally. Oh yeah, gloves were off. But this wasn't just two divas having a meltdown. This was something deeper. We're talking a full-blown disconnect between drivers and engineers, dreams and execution, firepower and actual results. Ferrari was supposed to come into 2025 like a phoenix rising. Instead, they look more like a headless chicken running in circles. And it's only race 3. Yikes. What's really turning heads isn't just the whining. It's the why. The leaked radio calls from Suzuka didn't just spill the tea, they brewed an entire drama latte with extra spice. And spoiler alert, Ferrari looks like it's about to faceplant into another season of What Could Have Been. In today's video, we're diving headfirst into the steaming mess that was Ferrari's Japanese GP weekend. From Hamilton's desperate pleas for someone, anyone, to make sense, to Leclerc straight up telling his pit wall to get their act together or shut it, we're breaking it all down. Word by brutal word. We'll unpack the performance flop that kicked it all off, dissect the now infamous radio messages that triggered internet meltdowns, and show how these moments are feeding a rising theory. Ferrari's losing the plot. Again. Maybe faster than ever. So before we unleash the full chaos, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and smash that notification bell like Ferrari smashed its own hopes, because what we're about to uncover might just be the start of a full-blown civil war in Maranello. Stay tuned. It's gonna get messy. Alright, let's dive into the glorious chaos that unfolded over the team radios during the Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka. Because damn, things got spicy. So picture this, Lewis Hamilton, already having a crap time with the pace, basically driving blindfolded, radios his engineer like, "Hey mate, any chance you could tell me where the hell I'm slow?" It was a genuine, polite SOS. Like, "Yo, help me help you, bro." And the response? A vague mumble about corners 8, 9, 13, and 14. Thanks for nothing. That's like going to the doctor and getting told, "Yeah, you're sick. Somewhere in the body, maybe." Not exactly useful. Lewis wasn't losing it, but you could hear that polite British, "I'm about to lose my shit but I'm too classy to yell," tone. Calm, yes. Happy. Not even close. He pushed back. "Okay, but by how much?" Translation: don't give me this half-assed horoscope nonsense. Give me numbers, man. This wasn't about throwing blame or roasting the pit wall. Nah, Lewis just wanted the damn tools to fight properly. It's like showing up to a gunfight with a butter knife and being told, "Just vibe with it." Meanwhile, over at the other side of the Ferrari garage, Charles Leclerc, our Monaco prince, was fighting his own battle. Not against another car. No. He was going full verbal jiu-jitsu against his own damn team. Mid-race, his engineer hits him with a command to change a setting in the engine braking system. Charles, clearly already done with the bullshit, fires back, "Yeah, you told me not to do that. Remember?" And let's be honest, coming from a guy who usually sounds like a chill barista in Monte Carlo, that tone was ice cold. He didn't scream. He didn't rant. He just casually served them that passive-aggressive clapback like a seasoned office worker replying to a dumb email. But here's the thing, these weren't just random temper tantrums. These moments weren't flukes. They were just the latest episode in the growing tragicomedy that is Ferrari's 2025 season. Let's rewind for a sec. They already got disqualified in China for excessive plank wear. Basically, their car's belly was dragging like it was trying to mop the track. Then in Australia, they performed like a clown car in a hurricane. And Suzuka? Oh boy. That was supposed to be their redemption arc. Spoiler alert. It wasn't. Instead of rising like a phoenix, Ferrari's SF-25 showed up looking like a confused pigeon. The car is still a diva, sensitive as hell to ride height, allergic to setup changes, and somehow allergic to downforce, too. Red Bull and McLaren were chilling at the front, doing their thing, while Ferrari was out there like, are we even in the right sport? To make things worse, Charles finished fourth but sounded like he'd just come back from a funeral. He called the race annoying, and said he felt like he was completely alone out there. No battles, no drama, no podium fight, just a clean race that went nowhere. And that's the worst part. It wasn't messy. It was just plain meh. He ended up 16 seconds behind the race winner, which is basically a lifetime in Formula One terms. Let's be real, on a track like Suzuka, where Ferrari used to shine, being that far off the pace is borderline embarrassing. Charles said they got the balance of the car right, but the pace? Yeah, that never showed up to the party. Ferrari's big hopes for 2025 are already circling the drain, and we're barely 3 races in. The tension's rising, the radio messages are getting spicier, and unless someone pulls a miracle out of their ass soon, Maranello might be heading for another season of heartbreak and memes. Stay tuned, because this ain't over. Not by a long shot. Meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton was out there sweating bullets just trying to crack the top 6. After a whole lot of huffing and puffing, he ended up dragging that red diva home in P7. Not exactly champagne-worthy. But the real kicker? After the race, Lewis went full, let's be honest for a sec, and finally confirmed what had been whispered around the paddock like a dirty little secret. One of the components on his SF25 has been acting like a piece of junk since day one. And get this, Ferrari just figured that out. Like, recently. As in, after 3 bloody races. I'm hoping that once we fix this damn thing, I'll actually be able to fight at the front, he told the press, with that subtle tone of I've had it up to here professionalism. Now, let's pause for a second and ask the obvious question. How the hell does a team like Ferrari, the supposed gold standard of racing royalty, let a critical performance issue fester for 3 full weekends before doing something about it? Are they checking the car with magnifying glasses or with blindfolds on? Let's be real. This isn't just a one-off hiccup or some unlucky Sunday afternoon. No. What's happening in Maranello is starting to look like a full-blown structural meltdown. While the headlines scream about Hamilton being pissed and Leclerc feeling like he's driving a go-kart, the real horror story is happening behind the scenes. Busted design logic, poor decision-making, and a rapidly crumbling sense of trust inside the garage. Let's start with the car itself. The mighty SF25 was hyped as the chosen one, Ferrari's fresh new start. It was supposed to be sleeker, better balanced, with more downforce and a platform that actually behaved like it belonged in 2025. Instead, it's turned out to be more fragile than a teenager's ego. We're talking ride height drama, floor plankwear issues, and now a dodgy component in Lewis' car that apparently snuck through every test and sim session like a damn ninja. This isn't just a setup quirk. It's a straight-up failure in quality control and internal communication. If one part of the car has been underperforming consistently for 3 damn weekends, then somebody in red needs to stop sipping espresso and start checking their data properly. Are they even comparing notes between the drivers? Or are we playing a game of guess where the problem is? But wait, there's more. Because we're not done with this circus of dysfunction. There's also the rear stability issue. Yep, the back end of this car is twitchier than a squirrel on Red Bull. And when your car can't stay planted in corners, no amount of Hamilton magic or Leclerc prayer is gonna save it. The whole situation reeks of a team that's scrambling. Scrambling for answers, scrambling for solutions, and let's be honest, probably scrambling to cover their own asses. Ferrari came into this season swinging for the fences. Right now, they're swinging and missing like a drunk guy in a bar fight. So buckle up. If this is race 3, just imagine the meltdown waiting for us by mid-season. At different points, both drivers have basically said the same damn thing. The traction on this car is about as predictable as a cat on caffeine. You step on the throttle and you don't know if the car's gonna launch forward or try to pirouette into the gravel. And that mess? It's not just some spooky ghost in the gearbox. It's the result of a wonky-ass imbalance between mechanical grip and aero load. Translation: the back end is dancing one tune while the front sings another, and nobody knows the damn lyrics. Now here's the kicker. When the rear of the car feels like it's got commitment issues, the drivers lose confidence. And in F1, if you can't trust the butt of your car, you're screwed. It means you can't throw it into a quali lap with full send. And in the race, your tire management turns into guesswork and prayer. It's like trying to win a chess match blindfolded with someone yelling bad advice in your ear. And then, oh sweet Jesus, we get to strategy. If Ferrari had a middle name, it would be Indecision. Once again, at Suzuka, they treated the pit wall like a panic hotline. For Leclerc, starting on mediums and switching to hards? Totally reasonable. But beyond that, zero imagination. No cheeky undercuts. No spicy strategy split to freak out Red Bull or McLaren. Just a plain vanilla, play it safe, snooze fest of a race. They might as well have painted "Do Not Disturb" on their garage door. The result? P4 and P7. Not terrible, but not what the hell Ferrari's supposed to be chasing. This is a team that should be swinging for wins and champagne showers, not acting like they're just trying to stop the bleeding. Maximizing points? Please. That sounds more like damage control than a damn title charge. But perhaps the juiciest, most facepalm-worthy bit of the whole weekend? The radio calls. Oh boy. The pit wall to driver communication was less mission control and more two confused people yelling in a dark room. Let's start with Hamilton. Mid-race, the man literally had to beg his engineer, "Hey buddy, any clue where I'm losing time?" What did he get? Some vague hand-wavy nonsense about sector numbers. Not helpful. So naturally he asked again, "Yeah, but how much, bro?" And that, right there, exposes a massive flaw. Drivers need real-time, actionable info. If Lewis freaking Hamilton has to drag basic feedback out of his engineer mid-race, you know something's broken in the system. But wait, it gets even juicier with Leclerc. When he got told to change something in his engine braking settings, he just snapped back, "You already told me not to do that, remember?" That's not just race stress talking. That's a driver feeling ignored. Maybe even gaslit. That's frustration that's been simmering and finally boiled over. And here's the kicker. When both of your elite drivers, a 7-time world champ and Ferrari's longtime poster boy, are sounding off like they don't trust what's coming from the pit wall, you've got a problem. A big one. And it ain't just about the car or the tires or the aero. It's about leadership, or the lack of it. If this was any other team, we'd laugh it off. But this is Ferrari. The Scuderia. The prancing horse. Right now, though, that horse looks lost in the paddock. No jockey, no saddle, and no damn idea which way the finish line is. Jacques Villeneuve, good old Jacques, cut right through the BS and nailed it. He pointed straight at the heart of the mess. See, Hamilton didn't just roll up to Ferrari to smile for the cameras and look sexy in red. No, the guy has walked in like a boss and basically hijacked the team dynamics. And yeah, that might sound a little savage, but honestly, he's shaking things up in a way Ferrari desperately needed. We're not talking about a quiet new hire here. We're talking about a 7-time world champ with more racing experience than most of the engineers combined, bringing his own damn rulebook, his own rhythm, and a presence so massive it's practically rewriting the hierarchy at Maranello. The moment he steps into the garage, it's no longer business as usual. It's the Lewis show, whether anyone likes it or not. And if Naomi Schiff's got it right, that Hamilton feels that shift too, then we're not just looking at a tech problem or a couple of bad pit calls. We're staring at a full-blown identity crisis inside Ferrari. That's right. The House of Red is wobbling at the knees. This team's at a damn crossroads. The SF-25? It's just not cutting it. Can't touch Red Bull. Can't outfox McLaren. It's like bringing a steak knife to a gunfight. Race operations? Still reactive as hell. Strategy? Half-baked. Communication? Melting under pressure like ice cream in a heat wave. And now, both top-tier drivers, yeah, the dream duo, the A-listers, are showing visible signs of being pissed off. Not at each other necessarily, but at the crap they're being handed. You've got Hamilton pulling his hair out trying to make sense of vague feedback mid-race, and Leclerc throwing sarcastic jabs on the radio like a man who's had enough. That's not just a little drama. That's smoke from a fire that's already burning inside the garage. If Ferrari doesn't pull its head out of its own ass fast, with real upgrades, actual coordination, and a full reset of trust within the team, this season isn't heading for glory. It's heading straight for the what could have been pile. Again. So here's where you come in. Hit the comments and tell us, what the hell should Ferrari fix first? Is it the damn car? The strategy? The crew behind the scenes? The chaotic calms? Or just all of it? And if you're loving this no BS deep dive into Ferrari's meltdown, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a single twist in this Italian soap opera. Because let's be honest, if this internal tension keeps cooking, it won't just be a few radio rants. It could shake the very damn foundation of Ferrari's future. Strap in. Shit's about to get wild.